What's going on, guys? It's your boy Spudzie here, and today the new Primordus legendary variants have just came out, and let me just say, I am severely disappointed. Now don't get me wrong, the skin itself looks great, and I personally really like the weapon trails and idle effects. Everything other than that, however, is not really my favorite. But as per usual, good looking or not, here is the guide to the new Primordus legendary variant. If this guide helps you, please consider leaving a like and dropping a sub as it helps out a ton. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Just like before, we're going to go ahead and start off by heading over here in Arborstone and speak to our boy Levi. He's going to go ahead and sell us 4 scaled splinters of Primordus. You will have to buy all of them to start this collection. This step is going to set you back 350k karma, 10 chunks of ancient ambergris, 2500 research notes, and 75 gold, as well as 100 spirit shards. Once you have all 4 of these, go ahead and double click them to combine them and create the achievement Orine's Facet of Fire. Your next step will be to purify this fragment by defeating the Megadestroyer located in Mount Maelstrom. Make your way to this location on the map in Mount Maelstrom and wait for the meta event to begin. Megadestroyer is classified as a world boss, meaning that he is actually on the Guild Wars 2 event timer, so you can go ahead and check that out for yourself to see whenever he will come up. Once the meta event is over, the Megadestroyer will spawn and you and your squad will go ahead and take him out easy peasy. And by that, I literally mean easy peasy. All the steps in this guide are insanely easy because of the way that the scaling works. The scaling in these Living World Season 3 maps and these areas are pretty bad. You'll see for yourself in just a minute. Once defeated, you should notice at the bottom right of your screen that the achievement just popped and you're on to the next step. If you've been following these guides for a while, then you probably could have guessed that we're going to have to go ahead and gather 250 Elder Dragon memories to create a completed memory of Primordus. You will know you're on this step when you see this little buff down here, which will conveniently tell you which maps will count for your memories. Each event in these maps will grant each player a random amount of memories, meaning that you and another player won't always get the exact same amount per event. By the nature of this achievement, you're able to go around the map and tag a bunch of events, as many as you need, to get credit for all of them, thus granting you memories for all of them. While these are randomized per event, there is an exception that I will get to in just a minute. While doing these events, it is best to go ahead and party up with any squad that you can so that you're able to have a massive amount of event uptime and know where everything's happening on the map as soon as it comes up. Because let me tell you, you do not want to be on the tail end of these events, seeing as how the scaling, as mentioned previously, is really bad. I have clips of me killing champion sloths, champion this, champion that, in a matter of seconds because I don't know. I can't explain it. All I know is that some of these bosses will die in about 5 seconds, so you need to be there and get a tag as fast as possible. My best advice would be to alternate between Fireheart Rise and Draconis Mons as events are popping off. You will sometimes have more events in one map and more events in the other, so it is best to just go ahead and flip-flop every time an event happens in one of the maps. There is one exception, however. I would recommend doing the meta event in Draconis Mons whenever it is up, seeing as how each of these legendary creatures will grant you 19 memories a pop. That is a set amount, not randomized at all. So if you tag them both, you're going to be getting almost 40 memories by just doing this one event. Once finished, you will have the completed memory of Primordus, which will take you on to the next step, defeating the bosses that I literally just covered. If you wanted to do this as fast as possible, what you could do is get to 230 memories and then finish this step by killing one of the bosses. Once that's done, go ahead and rush on over to the other boss and get the credit for that one as well. And please remember that for this step, your Orine legendary must be equipped when you kill the boss. I repeat, it must be equipped. You only need to kill one of these bosses for the achievement to actually gain credit, so this is probably the most efficient way to get 2 steps done in one meta event. Once you have the Destroyer Aether, you will have to purify it. And how else would you purify it without doing a jumping puzzle? Jumping puzzle is located at this area in the Timberland Falls. Go ahead and climb up the giant icicle, as that will take you to the start of this puzzle. You'll know you're there once you see the unpurified crystal. Interact with the crystal to start the puzzle. You'll know you did it correctly whenever you see this buff appear on your bar. Gliders, mounts, anything else is not allowed on this puzzle, so please do not try and cheat it. Fortunately for you, you shouldn't have to, because this is probably one of the easiest, if not the easiest, puzzles to complete in the game. It just takes a minute to figure out where you should be going, but once you figure that out, it's really not that hard. So now I'll go and show you my scuffed demonstration on how to do this puzzle. And like that, you've made it. Go ahead and interact with the crystal to complete this step and move on to buying the Uncharged Fragment of Prismatic Fire from Levi in Arborstone. The Uncharged Fragment will set you back 200 Jade Runestones, 250 Memories of Aurene, and 5 Mystic Clovers. This will by far be the most expensive part, as most of these materials can be bought off the trading post or farmed over a set amount of days. Once that's done, however, it's time to charge that bad boy and move on to the last step, completing Dragonstorm. Head on over to the Eye of the North and join a Dragon Squad public instance that happens every couple hours. If you happen to be doing this while the instance is not up, you can actually go ahead and make your own private squad and complete an instance of your own at any time you want. Both methods will count for the completion of this achievement. Dragonstorm is very simple. Just go ahead and make sure that you are not AFK and actually completing the event, so that by the time that it finishes, you will gain credit for the achievement and for the event itself. Once it's all over and the dragons clash, collection will pop and you will finally be finished. You will find the charged fragment in your bags and ready to be used at any time you want on whichever skin you're able to obtain. And that's it. Go ahead and claim it and enjoy your new Primordus variant. If you're crazy enough to actually invest the gold and complete all 16 of these, you will gain a pretty cool title called Facet of Fire and Destruction. Well, that's going to be it for this guide and potentially the rest of them, seeing as how this could very well be the last variant that we are getting, seeing as how it's not confirmed yet that we are getting a Suwan Water Dragon variant yet. But you bet that as soon as that comes out, I will be covering it immediately, so make sure to stay subscribed and leave a like, and let me know, are you impressed with these variants? Do you want to see a Suwan variant? And are you excited for what's to come to Guild Wars 2 in the near future? Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.